Good morning, everybody. There's Saint Sally. We love you so much. And then we have my husband, Marky, and Mr. Brian.
Yes. Mark's going to sing a song, How Great Thou Art. No, he's not. He's going to sing Amazing Grace. Sorry.
That's all right.
You know, my mind. I like to just point out some pictures, images in this museum that are very important to me. Could you put the camera towards the cross? There you have it. The old rugged cross, and it holds up this museum. And for those who trust in Jesus, it holds your life up. And then over here, we have a picture of somebody quite angry. And that man, this is of course artist's rendering, is Jesus Christ throwing out the money changers. Well, I'm very, very proud to be able to have a leader like Jesus who not only was kind and loving, but was also strong. And he would not let people abuse the temple. And over there, you have next to the stained glass, you have John. He's on the island of Patmos, and he's bowing down before God. God appears to him, and he sees a vision. And that vision is found in the book of Revelation. And when you hear Johnny Cash's song, When the Man Comes Around, much of that song comes from the book of Revelation about when Christ returns, obviously when the man comes around. And over here, we have Jesus after his death and resurrection, and he's meeting Peter, and he asks Peter the question, do you love me? And Peter says, of course, God, of course I love you, Jesus. And he asks him again and again, because remember, Peter had denied Jesus just before he went to the cross. And then Jesus says, if you love me, feed my sheep. That's what we're supposed to do, okay? We're supposed to feed the sheep. And my goodness, if there's ever been a time where there's a lot of sheep, people hurting that need to be fed, is right now, right?
Right.
So this is something I wanted to share with you. And I end it with this. Look, some people say the Bible's complicated. I don't understand it all, and I appreciate that. There's a lot of metaphors in the Bible, and sometimes it's hard to understand. But let me tell you, it really comes down to this, and Jesus made this very clear. He says, look, this is the most important commandments, and everything else rests on these. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul and mind, and your neighbors as yourself. That's it. And he says all the other laws and rules hinge on these two things. Do we love God, and do we love our fellow man as much as we love ourselves? So there you have it. Now, one last picture over there, John Newton. John Newton was a master of a slave ship, and he did terrible things. He carried slaves on his ship. Then one day in a storm, he called out to God, and God responded. Now, in our society, we would basically say he's probably unforgivable. Unforgivable. And yet God forgives them. And guess what? He then is so amazed at God's forgiveness of him, he writes the song that's been sung by every country music singer all across the land, Amazing Grace. Now, this is a very important song, because God expects that if we're going to forgive others, that he's going to forgive us. He's going to expect us to also forgive. So this is a real reminder to us of what God expects of us. So, can we end with Amazing Grace? And thank you, everybody. Come visit us we'll let you know when the time's right, when we feel you can be safe here. God bless. Thank you. Amen.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, all but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and brings my fears relief. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe